Hello, hello, one and all, and welcome to the start of St. Kevin's Way. So St. Kevin's Way is a 26-kilometre linear trail or pilgrim path here in Wicklow, and I have just left the village of Hollywood behind me and I'm heading to Glendalough basically along this trail. And right out of the gates we're into this lovely little valley, and there's a statue of St. Kevin up on the hill in front of me that marks where his caves are here in Hollywood. You probably can't see him, but he's up there, and just below him are the caves. But we're not going to the caves today. It's evening time. It is a traditional late Tough Souls start. And I have about 10k to walk this evening. Oh, but first, here is a very important stone. The story goes with this lovely seat-shaped stone is that St. Kevin was up in his caves behind you, and he's being pursued by a woman, but he was trying to reject her politely and she wouldn't get the hint, and in a fit of frustration he threw his chair out of the caves and it landed here, and this is the remnants of his chair, this very scooped out little seat here. It does actually look very smooth. I'm not going to disturb the droppings. But this is St. Kevin's seat, I guess, or his castaway seat anyway. St. Kevin's Way is said to follow in the footsteps of the Irish saint as he travelled through Wicklow to find a remote corner of nature to live in as a hermit. Reputedly born in 498 AD, there is little that can be said for definite on his life, but it has inspired many tales in this area. So part of the reason why I am getting this 10k done this evening is that it's mostly on boreens, so while there's just some like nice evening sunlight making everything look pretty, I thought I might as well get the first 10k or so done. Hello. After that lovely boreen section, there was, I'm gonna guess, about a K, maybe less, on an ore road there, the kind of main road out of Hollywood. And that was a little busier a road than I would like to walk, but we made it through unscathed, and now we're back on to regular little boreens. I have a bit over 4k to go, not quite 4.5. But yeah, it's funny how quickly the seasons turn. It's the 2nd of October, and like, I swear just 2 weeks ago the evenings lasted so much longer, and yeah, they're really closing in. Ooh. Good morning from Anchaking which is where I stayed last night. Slept really well, went to bed really early. I guess that's the benefit of like winter nights. It does motivate you to go to bed early. I'm gonna pop a little hashtag gifted on the screen, even though I don't think that's quite the right phrase, because I'm staying here for free. Well, I'm not staying for free. We're doing a swap. I'm gonna give Belle, the owner of this beautiful place, some photos of the area, of the trail, because she's right on the trail to use, and in return, I am staying here while I walk the trail. So just last night. So we're doing a barter. We're doing a swap, which I really enjoyed. I didn't say I'd post about it or anything, but you know. It's some really sticky peanut butter. You're not going to hear much from me for the next couple of minutes. What's really cool is St. Kevin's Way is actually on OSI map 56. So I am here and I'm going to get to here today. I think I did a little, about 10k yesterday, maybe a teeny bit more. And so, let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, 16, yeah, 16k, that would work. So yeah, today I basically continue along King's River until I kind of get over to Camadairry, and then I come down through Glendalough to Glendalough. So like Glendalough and Glendalough are like two valleys that kind of like meet together and form a little V around Camadairry. And then I finish at the visitor centre of Glendalough, I think. So yeah, it's just gone 8. Need to get myself in gear and get moving. Should be exciting. The Caves of Hollywood are said to have been Kevin's first steps towards becoming a hermit, but they were not remote enough, and so he carried on through the Wicklow Gap and into Glendalough, eventually founding the monastic city that remains there to this day. Once Kevin made it to Glendalough, he was led by an angel to the lakeside caves, now named Kevin's Bed, where he spent 7 years living as a hermit. His devotion and reputation as a religious teacher spread, attracting many to him and his way of life. Eventually, this notoriety grew into a monastic city, famous for its dedication to education and worship, and since the 7th century, people have travelled there in pilgrimage, most following the same route that I walked for this trail. What an incredible day. Oh my God, what a beautiful morning I've had. Since leaving on Shacking Biog, it's just been gorgeous. The little boreen that I was on just got smaller and smaller and eventually turned into a track through a farm and then a trail through a forest. And it's just been absolutely beautiful. I think I'm about 4k in, maybe. And yeah, absolutely stunning. And all this sunshine. Ah. Yeah, it's a good day. It's a very good day. I've reached a new info board, which makes it look like I am about halfway, to be honest. Over here, There is an alternate route from Valleymount, but it is all road. This is the traditional route that I've taken. Yeah, what a good morning. So it's now up through the Wicklow Gap, basically. I think I'm going to be going slightly uphill for the next hour. Just leaving St. Kevin's Pool, and like the first half of the walk I was like, oh, maybe I'll go for a swim, maybe. And then as I'm approaching, I'm like, yeah, you know what, I think it'll be very refreshing. And then I'm like so close, and I'm like, wait, my swimsuit and everything, all my towel, it's all in the car. Who knows? Maybe I'll stop by on the way back when I'm finished the hike. Or maybe it'll just have to be a treat for another Wicklow day. But yeah, what a magical spot. Okay, so I am through the Wicklow Gap and into the valley of Glendalough, and I'm starting to see remnants of the mining that happened here hundreds of years ago. There are carvings in the rock, and they're very kind of rough cut, but there's definitely more square than a natural rock would be. Got Talnagee out on one side and Camaderry up on the other side, over there. That's what I have to go around. Yeah, less than 6k to go now, hopefully. Yeah. aboard for the end of the trail. I'm in Glendalough and all its glory. That was a way nicer trail than I was expecting, and I always expect a lot from Wicklow, so that was really, really good. Today, most of the building remains date from the 11th and 12th centuries, which is considered the peak in the pilgrimage era for Glendalough. There's beautiful architecture to see, including a round tower, high crosses, and numerous churches. And that is St. Kevin's Way. It was a gorgeous 26-kilometre trail, and I don't know what more there is to say than that. I had such a perfect 2 days walking this trail. If I was only to do one half again, it would definitely be day 2. That was just perfect trail walking in Ireland. From mountains to rivers, forests, everything, and almost no road walking for that whole 16 or so K. Yeah, I really loved it. Thank you so much to Belle of Anchakin Biog, who had me stay. I really enjoyed staying there. It broke up the trail perfectly for me. She's literally the little chacky in the little cottage is right on the trail, so it couldn't have been more perfect, really. So thank you so much to Belle for having me stay again. Thank you to our patrons who make it possible for me to keep making videos like this. Yeah, it's thanks to their support that I get to walk more trails. So it's always a huge thank you to you guys. And yeah, I'll see you in our next video. Okay, bye. So the hill that I'm walking around is called Scalp. And basically this leads into one of the gaps through Wicklow, the Wicklow Gap, down through Glendalough. And back in the 1800s, you'd have to be a madman to go through this gap, apparently, to cross the Wicklow Mountains, because it was full of highwaymen. And one of the most infamous was, I think, Clancy, and he lived down in Hollywood, the village, and so apparently, well, the story goes that one of the reasons he evaded capture for so long was that he would shoe his horse backwards, and so they wouldn't be able to track him, or they thought he was going the opposite direction, all that kind of stuff. But eventually they caught him, and he was tried, and as he's standing after he's been read his rights, his final words are, "Men of Hollywood, my treasure is buried on Scalp." And to this day, treasure hunters scour the mountain trying to find his buried loot, and it's never been found, which is a pretty cool story.